So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. There's been big news over the last day or so between Thurman and Crawford. Apparently, Team Thurman have been in touch with Bob Arum about wanting a fight, and there's been developing news that Bob Arum's come out and said they're asking for crazy money. I was critical of Bob Arum, thinking that you have to pay top fighters. Understand the pandemic. Thurman's not going to take cheap. He's not going to be take a Crawford fight on the cheap. But when I heard the demands and the money that Thurman's asking for, I think it's ridiculous, and I don't think he's worth that kind of money. He's asking for $10 million. Now, obviously, Crawford's trainers come out and said that he's asking for $10 million to fight. That's ridiculous money, bearing in mind there's a pandemic, bearing in mind that fight, although it's a big fight, it's not going to be that big where they can give Thurman a purse of $10 million. And obviously the current situation doesn't allow it. So it's really ridiculous for Thurman to be asking for that kind of money. Now, they always say when you're negotiating, start off high, because then eventually you'll come down, and if you start off low, they may even give you even lower. So it's best to start off high. But if that's what Thurman wants, and he's persistent on 10 million, then he doesn't really want the fight, because that's just ridiculous money. Thurman's coming off a loss. He's not a world champion. Most people think he's over the hill. The fight's not exactly a huge pay-per-view fight where the ESPN are going to be able to recuperate that kind of money. So they'd just be throwing away 10 million. A lot of people said, well, Khan got 5 million. Well, Khan really, in my opinion, is a bigger name than Thurman in terms of what he brings to the table. He's got a country behind him in the UK. There was BT pay-per-view that probably a lot of people bought. What does Thurman really bring? The guy has about 90,000 Twitter followers. He's hardly known in America. He's not exactly a huge pay-per-view fighter. I think his only pay-per-view came against Manny Pacquiao, and Manny Pacquiao was the one that was moving the needle there. So if I'm honest with you, I don't know why Thurman's asking for $10 million. I don't know what he got for Pacquiao, but I'm pretty sure, I don't even know if he got that for Pacquiao. So to be asking for 10 million again for a Crawford fight is stupid, really. And to be honest, it's a bit disappointing from Thurman, because even 5 million, I think that'd probably be fair what Khan got. But especially now that it's a pandemic, even back then when Khan got that 5 million offer, it was before the pandemic, and the economic situation was perfectly fine. There wasn't a huge global pandemic where people have been laid off and people haven't got the disposable income. So in terms of the pay-per-view, people can afford it now. How are they going to pay someone that kind of money, right? And do it without a pay-per-view, and they know that the pay-per-views in America and Crawford fights don't sell anyway. So ESPN will just be throwing away a load of money, especially to a guy that I don't believe deserves that kind of money. He doesn't exactly move the needle. He's a good fighter, but he doesn't deserve 10 million for a fight. He's not a champion. He lost his last fight. What's he asking for 10 million for? It's just stupid money. And I think what Keith Thurman's looking at, listen, I have a chance of becoming a champion. If I get crazy money, I'll take the fight. Otherwise, I'll just say, I don't want it, because Thurman said send the contract. But sending the contract when you're asking for 10 million, you know that they're not going to give you that. And then Crawford's going to get stick, because people are going to say, well, Crawford had an opportunity to fight Thurman, he's ducking. But when a guy's asking for 10 million, asking for money that's not really realistic, I think we'll all agree 10 million, Thurman's not worth that. Like I said, I don't even know if he got that for the Pacquiao fight. And a Pacquiao-Thurman fight and a Crawford-Thurman fight is a big difference. Crawford doesn't do anywhere near the numbers Pacquiao does. He's nowhere near as big a star as Pacquiao. So for Thurman to be asking for such ridiculous money when he's not even a champion, it's just like he's pricing himself out. And it's kind of one of them where Thurman's thinking it's kind of like a retirement paycheck, where if I get that kind of money, even if I lose, I don't really care. If I win, I hit the jackpot. So Thurman's got that kind of mindset. And I said to you guys before that I don't think Thurman has the hunger anymore. I think he's fighting for the paycheck. I think someone like Sean Porter still hungry. It's not all about the money for him. Whereas I think for Thurman, he's become a proper businessman. It's all about the money for him. And I don't think Thurman's got long in the sport, just because I don't think he's hungry. I think that this asking for 5 million clearly shows he's not hungry. He's asking for stupid money. So You guys make of that of what you will, but to be honest, I don't know whether Thurman's serious. But leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Keith Thurman asked Terence Crawford for $10 million. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.